love, we care, we show affection, go out of our way to do for our spouses. Sometimes in the office, you've got someone that's there, that's nice to you, and you're smiling, big smile, till the moment we get home, and then the face just drops. Oh, back home again. Oh God, I don't know what she's going to nag about today. I don't know what he's going to moan about. But when we're at work, then we're big, happy, smiley people. Whereas we should be more happy, smiley at home. Because I promise you, if your spouse is happy with you, and when I'm saying spouse, I'm saying it specifically because both sides are equally responsible. That when our spouses are happy with us, then we will genuinely be happy. The grass may look greener on the other side, till you get there and then you find the grass is really not as green as it seemed. Fulfilling the rights of one another. It's always learning and equipping ourselves as to how to look after our spouses. And by having a home, one is having a house. If you can get the mortgage or the loan from the bank, you can buy whatever house it is that your finances allow you. But I have seen people living in South Africa. I lived there for about, after I finished my GCSEs in London, went to live in South Africa for about 17 years. They see poverty. Terrible. People are struggling. They don't know where their next meal is coming from. But you can see the happiness on their faces when they get a little something. If your house is made into a home, then you will find that once you are happy in your home, that will have a mirroring effect on your community. That will eventually pass on to your neighbor. So when you see your neighbor and you say good morning, good afternoon, whatever it is, and you mean it genuinely from your heart, or you see your neighbor's stuck there, the car's not starting, and you think, you know what, I'm time for them now. But if you have that genuine care and worry and concern for the well-being of your neighbors, because if you've got it at home, it will carry on spilling over. Brother Saeed, it was only after he passed away that we came across so many people that spoke so highly of him. And you know why? Because he was there for them in their dark days. Who talks about, latest Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat post, we've just had marriage counseling today. Do you ever see that? Do you? Unless they're a little bit... You won't see it on social media, will you? You will only say, oh, my hubby brought me such beautiful flowers, but you're not saying why. You're not saying why, because he was, whatever he did wrong. Maybe he burned the toast or something. Could be worse. No one tells you about their dark days, but when it comes to times like this and you come to understand and appreciate what kind of a person you are, is the effect it has on the community. I think all of you brothers, and your family was only, the last time all of you were together here, all three of you brothers, was when he passed away, isn't it? And this is a happy occasion. I'm sorry, I'm dwelling on a person that's left us, but he was such an exemplary man who had his elderly mother to look after. Who had his wife to look after. He had his 4 children to look after. He had to hold a full-time job. One, when we had the 2012 Olympics, he was down there, the Olympics, doing a whole lot of stuff for his work. He would be on call. As a matter of fact, he was on call the day he left us. And he would be on call 24/7. So for 1 week, you have a phone with you that a company gives you, and you have to be available 24 hours a day. So you get a call 2 o'clock in the morning. You have to go. But his worry and concern was always about the betterment of the community. To the extent he was one of our trustees. And his whole aim was try and do good for the community. Yeah? I don't know, how many of you have been in a mosque before? The correct term is masjid, but for better ease of understanding, how many of you have been in a mosque before? None of you. Normally it doesn't look like this. 6 months ago, this place would have been fully carpeted, because we normally pray on the carpet, we prostrate and so forth. There's different things that we do. And the whole setup is completely different. Prior to this pandemic. Because of the pandemic, we've had to separate everyone, constant cleaning and so forth. But his whole aim was, how can we benefit this community here locally? That was his whole purpose. He was always worried, how can we benefit the community? And this is something that Islam also teaches us, that your neighbors, have rights over you. So much of rights that you could be questioned on the Day of Judgment, something we as Muslims believe in, that you'll be questioned about all your actions, and your neighbors have rights over you. For example, you're blasting music at stupid o'clock in the morning, you're disturbing your neighbors, that is a sin. You park your car blocking their driveway, that is a sin. And this I'm sure you find across many religions. So Ryan, are you ready? For what? Sorry, what did you say? You get married. You do realize there's one thing that's not on a marriage certificate. What's that? Anyone? An expiry date. Everything else has expiry dates. By the way, if anyone wants croissants, I got a call from a company today. Croissants expire on Monday. They want to offer me 3 pallets today. So if anyone wants a pallet of croissants, let me know. But there's no matter. He wants. Is that who you're going to blame? Because he doesn't look like a croissant kind of guy. What do you love? Chocolate. Exactly, there you go. You see, Ryan? You got caught, my friend. So this is a very happy occasion. And a day wherein we will all remember, hopefully as a good one. Especially you. Today is the happiest day of your life, or was it yesterday? Today. Okay. Just making sure before we sign our daughter off.
It's also his birthday today.
Yes, I picked that up on as I was completing the form. Where's the cake? Hello, it's not their birthday. It's your birthday. Where's the cake? I think I need to go. Come on, my wife is not here. She's not even listening online. I could have had some nice cake. Okay. So yes, this is a blessed occasion. Now, some of you may be wondering, where's the bride? We don't see her. Has she done a runner? Is she the runaway bride? Did she get a nice pair of trainers and do a runner? No, she didn't. Generally in Islam, when the woman gets married, she appoints a representative. The representative is generally one of the elder males in her family, either father, grandfather, or in this case, her uncles. Those people will get certain permissions from her to find out, do you want to marry? So for example, they asked Sanaa earlier on today, do you really want to marry this guy? And she said, no, I'm making it up here. I'm kidding. She probably is jumping for joy. Are you, Sanaa? Yeah, maybe she'll message you guys and let you know. Was she jumping for joy then? Alright, okay. So she's really happy. MashaAllah. God bless you all. So permission is asked. So he, Sayyid Akhtar, the eldest brother of the family, has asked Sanaa, do you give me permission? Just correct me if I'm wrong. If you didn't ask this, I'm sending you back now. Maybe we can enjoy that cake. Co-op is next door. We can see how fast you can do a sprint. Right? So they've asked her, do you give us permission and the authority to have your marriage ceremony performed to Ryan for the dowry amount which has been stipulated? And she naturally said yes. I don't know how and how many times she said it with how big the smile was. Yeah, but she said yes. Sayyid Mukhtar and Arshad, also uncles of the bride, were present there. So that, the reason for this is so that a person can't just marry off someone. Yeah? The father has a big responsibility to make sure that he marries his daughter off. Yeah? The father is not here. In the absence, the uncles have stepped forward, and that's amazing. I have 3 daughters. I also worry about marrying my daughters off. Who are they going to marry? What kind of people? Yeah? A person can apparently look very pious or very good, but 2 things that we are taught, that when you're looking for a good spouse, is one is that they have good character, and secondly, that they are punctual on their prayers. Because a person who is punctual on their prayers can never be a bad person, can never be a bad spouse. So, this is something that we keep in mind when looking for a spouse in Islam. So now what will happen is I will now ask for permission from the representative, confirm that with the witnesses. Once they agree, Ryan, she's almost yours. So, almost. Yeah. Right. However, because for many of you this is the first time being in mosque, I want to open up the platform and ask if you've got any questions. Normally it's at the end of everything, but by that time, everyone's going to be wanting to wish this guy, punch him, do whatever it is. I don't know what you're going to do to him. Because you'll forget about that. Best friend doesn't exist anymore. You are no more friend. Now he's got a new best friend, new friend for camping, new friend for this, new friend for fishing, whatever else you guys get up to, you used to get up to. Yeah, it's all history now, my friend. I feel for you. Any questions? Please don't feel shy. No matter how insignificant you may feel it may be something that someone else is itching to ask. So please, by all means, you are more than welcome to ask. Just don't ask me what's on the menu. Nothing. Yeah. Right. Everyone happy to proceed? Yeah? You nodding your head. I know you are. Otherwise, what are we saying here? Yeah? All right. Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most kind, the most merciful. Brother Sayyid Akhtar Qadir. In the presence of the 2 witnesses, Sayyid Mukhtar Qadir and Arshad Khan, have you gained permission and the authority to perform the marriage ceremony, the nikah, of your niece, Sanaa Sayyid Iqbal Qadir, to Ryan John Stimson for the meher amount of £1,000, the dowry amount of £1,000, which has already been paid? Sorry, I can't hear you, but I know you're hungry.
Yes, I have.
You have obtained permission?
Obtained permission and I've checked the dowry.
You've checked the dowry and you have the authority for her nikah to be performed?
Inshallah.
And you give me the permission to perform the nikah? Yes. Sayyid Mukhtar, you were witness to everything I've just said?
Yes, sir.
And you agree what Sayyid Akhtar said? Yes. Brother Arshad, you were witness to all of this? You were, and everything is correct as has been discussed so far. All right, okay. Now I'm going to do a short Arabic sermon, which I will then translate into English for better understanding for one and all. And thereafter, we come to you. Still have time to get that cake. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا محمدا عبده ورسوله قال الله تعالى في القرآن المجيد والفرقان الحميد بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله